Hello again everyone and welcome back to this series on how to draw iconic movie characters. Before we start, if you could subscribe, that would be fab, thank you. And also, ring that little bell icon if you want to know what's coming up next. Okay, well the character I'm going to draw today is Captain Jack Sparrow. And I want to imagine his face in different parts. The first part I'm going to draw is the iconic bandana, which comes down quite low over his eyes. So you saw this kind of shape first of all, coming up. The bandana shape there. There's actually a kind of pin that goes across it. I'll draw that properly in a second. And then the next part of the face is, of course, the actual shape of the face itself, which comes down just below that. Leave a space there because the hair is going to come out there. Down to the chin. Square his chin coming back up like this. Now I'm going to be doing a pencil drawing for you today. So there'll be a lot of shading and hatching and all that kind of stuff. Okay, right, now the eyes come in just under the bandana here, as I said, and if we start there and there, that kind of an eye distance apart, okay? So we bring this eye in a curve like that, okay? And a fuller curve at the bottom coming up like that, and the pupil coming in here, leave a little bit of white just below it there, okay, with the highlight appearing there, big highlight. The other eye appears in here, and the curve coming up, and there's a fuller curve underneath like that. And again, the pupil coming in, just touching that part of the eye there, the highlight there, okay? And the nose, fairly narrow nose, coming in straight down like this. And then you have the centre part coming in out there. That's the nostrils. And then the mouth, centre of the mouth just below here, fairly full lips coming down to the centre. Now you don't see the whole mouth because it's covered by the moustache, which I'll put in a second. Shape of the moustache starts here, slopes down, and then the rest of it comes over and covers the rest of the mouth there. Comes in about that there, like that, okay? That's those shapes there. He also has a little goatee beard coming in under the bottom lip here, takes up that kind of shape. And then that's the bottom of his chin, but in actual fact, it's the line of the beard as well, which is split into two. And down like that, with little bits of ceramic beads and so on at the bottom. It curves in there. And of course his eyes, in the movie, you know, they're obviously fairly heavily made up, so they're going to be quite dark here. And I'll shade that in a second. You get the eyelid coming in, or the crease above the eyelid coming in there, like that. Okay? And down the side here, you have kind of this kind of ringlet type tendrils of his hair, the tresses, you know, quite a heavy one coming in right here, and a finer one coming in here. They're all kind of braids, you know, twisted, braided hair. This, for instance, here, and they start to get braided, they kind of double over like that. And the same with that one. Okay. And again, there are lots of things hanging down from underneath his bandana there. Again, this is a kind of string of beads, different shapes, coming down to quite a large one there, piece of silver, I think, with things hanging from it. I'll put that in more detail later, okay? Let's go back up to the top now. The top of his head above the bandana comes in a bit here, and comes in there. And then this big pin, which is a big ivory pin like that, comes in, attached to his hair. There's a kind of loop there with a bit of rope coming out, or string coming out of it there, a bit of twine. And then his hair coming right out beyond this shape, curving all the way down in a kind of cascade shape. Lots of curls, okay. As his hair, bandana shape, comes in about here with all the creases, and his hair continues on down that shape there, okay. And this side, as I said, there's hair coming out the side, which comes out like that, and then there are more kind of twisted tresses coming down here, like that, okay. And some more of his hair curls appearing down here, like that. Okay, so there's a lot of shading to be done on this. I'll start it off and show you the direction I'm going in, and then we kind of jump to the end a little. Okay, so I'm going to start off at the top here. I'll just take this little bit of paper here and cover it so it doesn't smudge the pencil lines. And start off up here. So we get the hair rather, coming down like that. If you use your pencil to follow the line of the hair, let's draw that a bit more heavily there. Coming down like that. And as it comes down, as I say, you use your pencil to indicate the actual curls and waves of the hair there, like that, as it comes down behind and down here. And in some of the areas, you can put some weight on your pencil, make it darker, and take the weight off. This is a 6B pencil, so it's quite dark. Okay, so I'm going to carry on down this side. I'll catch up with you when I'm almost finished. Okay, I've been shading down here. You can see I've used some areas, made some areas rather quite dark and left lights on other parts coming down here. And on this dreadlock, which comes down here, there's a feather hanging on it, and I've put that in, and there's some kind of banding going up here, like that, and crisscross banding it as it goes up. And I put a couple of lines in for the feather shapes there, like that. Okay, there's a feather, and then if you shade, put it darkly down the side of it here, a bit of shading, and the dreadlock that's underneath it is bound. You can use the point of your pencil there, and bound a kind of probably leather, strips of leather coming out of fabric like that, okay? And you can shade in the bottom part while you come down here. And this side here, bit of shading too, further coming up the side of his beard here, the side of his face, and there's a kind of corded pleat coming down here. They use those kind of shapes, like that, and with little hearts almost coming down in curves, all coming in to join each other as they come down. Like that. Then that is bound at the bottom. Fabric like that. Okay. So let's move over to the top now. And the top of the bandana, which comes up like this. And just a bit here, you have some hanging over the top. Probably a bit of bone here, something like that. And attached to that, you have a string of kind of beads or bones or whatever coming down like that, down to a big shape there. All very decorative, a little bit like that, okay? So there's the top of the bandana coming in, and then the hair coming over like that. Again, use the pencil line to suggest the direction of the hair is actually going in. I'll let it come down this side, shade that in quite dark. Okay, and coming across, get that in again, come down here, a shading of this side of the bandana. You get the creases coming in like that, and then coming down across the way there. A bit more shading and under the bandana there. Okay, and a bit more light on this side, so not as much shading. A bit more shading here, like that. Again, you can use quick lines together like that to give a nice sketchy feel to it. And the lines come up here, like that, and then underneath. Okay, so we'll get some bit of shading in here now. The curve of the corner of his eye coming out there, and coming over the top into this hollow. Quite dark, put a bit of weight on your pencil there. And as you come over the top, a bit more weight there. And again, as you see, I'm using my pencil in a circular motion there. And then using the point, put in the top of the eye fairly heavily, like that. And that's an upper lid there, a bit of shading on that. And then the actual pupil itself, dark around the outside, and then dark around the highlight, and then a middle tone there. So that's dark around there, dark around the edge, and then a middle tone. Okay, like that. No shading there. And of course, under his eyes is quite heavily dark as well. You get a dark line coming in parallel to that line. There. And also underneath the eye there. Okay, so you get the impression that they're kind of deeply set, the eyes. Come around like that. And that shading is over the top of the bridge of his nose. Under there. And then over the top of the cheekbone there, like that. Okay. Another dark shading there. And then we start to come down the side now. And a bit of shading on this side of the nose. And then towards the curve of the nostril there. And sloping in to the point at the centre of the nose there. And then we've had a little bit of shading down the side of the nose there, like that. And here. And coming in the side here, we have shading under his cheekbone. It curves in and then comes down parallel to the side of his face, which is here. And again, we start to shade in the darkness there, indicating the beard. These short strokes of your pencil coming up. Like that. And the beard itself, start from the centre of the nose, and again, make your pencil follow the lines of the hair. So I'm just going to do that and see when I'm finished. Right, well, I'll sharpen the pencil a bit because you know, that a blunt pencil is not so good for doing individual strokes like this for hair. It's great for shading, but it'll get blunt again. So the little goatee part here, again, just use short strokes for it, like that, okay? And come back up to the mouth and get the middle line in, which is fairly dark in the centre there, like that. And dips in there. And then you can shade the top lip in, like that. And then a little bit of a line for the bottom lip coming in here, not too much. A few lines coming down in here, but shading there. Okay, and again, like that, you have another bit of shading coming up the side here for his cheekbone round here. And just up here we have the cross scar, like that, appearing there. Okay, so let's move now down to the beard. Put this out of the way just now. Get more dark coming down here. Okay, well, you see what I'm doing there, and I also want to get down to here, these shapes. Top and bottom with dark, leave the centre light, like that. Alright, just finish off these wee bits now. It's shaded around here. Okay, we'll move up to this part of the hair here now, which comes out from under his bandana. You got a flyaway hair there. Like that, okay. And then we have this kind of twisted rope-like dread that comes down here. It's all kind of twisted about like that, you know, all twisted over each other. All the strands all the way down here, down to kind of silver piece there, attached to another silver piece hanging here. And then this part coming out from under the hair here, which is a string of beads. A couple of small ones there and a long one. And a smaller one there. Down to this silver piece here, which has kind of trinket-like things hanging from it. There. Okay, now we have these dreads coming down here. And just outline a bit more. There's another smaller one coming in here. And another one appearing, a big rope-like one coming in here. And you can draw the rope-like one by just using your pencil like this. Coming down one side quite heavily and then coming across it with different lines. It gives the impression of the kind of roughness of the dread, you know. The one coming behind here, which should be darker because it's coming behind. And then a big one here, which is kind of again bound by fabric or leather or whatever, strips, like that. And then a couple more coming in here, spreading out like that. And your shoulder appears about here, all right? So again, the red could be drawn in quite roughly like this. And a bit of shading coming in here, the shadow of that appearing on his neck. Kind of open neck shirt, and his shirt comes up like that and closes down a bit there. Okay, so all of this here and around here is going to be shaded, so I'll do that and catch you later. the shoulder shape and the shirt comes in behind these dreads. Okay, right along here. And also, there's a few things coming down here and shading behind that red there. And look, there's a bit of a shape coming in here, and there are shadows coming up here. Like that. A wee bit shadow of one of the prongs of the beard coming in there, like that. Another shadow coming across his chest there. Okay, there'll be more shading up here, I think. Knocking that down a bit more in here. But I think that's looking quite good. Maybe more twist to the hair that flies away. I think that gives a nice impression, and that's what we're looking for, you know, an artistic impression. You know, get your own style going there. Use your pencil work. Okay, so I think that's quite good. A bit of shading up here, maybe down the side of that, make it stand out. Shadow on the bandana there. And a bit of shading down that side of the decoration. Okay. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you can join me again in my next iconic movie character. But in the meantime, of course, all the best and happy drawing.